though. I mean, I'm not gonna stand still. Like, how fucking terrible is that?
Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
How are we all today? I'm just glad to enjoy that video. We've been playing around and messing about in that environment for like four months now, just slowly progressing and getting better, and everything's been changing, and yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm here with Electro, who's our head of blockchain for the project, and yeah, we're just excited to actually be showing you what we've been working on. I've been fighting for this for ages and ages and ages, and now I can finally like show it. And in fairness, the video was going to be longer, but we've been pretty busy. And I was wanting to cut some more bits and bobs of what we've been doing, a lot more of the concept art, and literally showing you the flow of development, which I'm like excited when we're like going to start doing that, which is like how the artists work, how the team work, like literally showing like everything basically. It's great, and I thoroughly enjoyed like I sat there today cutting just bits of that footage together, because I've been saying it for ages that we need to be putting out all of these things, just sharing everything that we do and just getting it out.
Yeah, the whole process. Like, that's why we're all here as gamers. Like, we've never been able to see this much of a process, and to be able to take this very, very early pre-alpha proof of concept stuff and show it to you guys is amazing. It's great for us. You can see where we've been spending our time, and hopefully you feel that it's worth it. We've learned a lot throughout this entire process in exactly how the game mechanics need to function and be fun to play.
Well, ultimately it has to be fun. Like, that's what it has to be. There has to be an enjoyment factor to playing a game, or there's no game to play. And you know, from when we started doing this, what we needed to do when we started this project was to start to deliver on what we said that we were going to do. And so in order to do that, we got in contact and we like developed a working partnership with Dragon's Lake Entertainment. They're part of the Room 8 group, and everything that we've done up until now has been with them.
Yeah.
Until like, so that was what we did with them was we used them to help us like rapidly put together like a proof of concept and prototyping everything that we had in our Bible essentially for like how we wanted to make the game. You know, what are the mechanics, like does this work, to test out all these theories. And yeah, they've been great. And then last month we are now like in the middle of doing a big push for bringing all of our talent in house. So last month we cut ties on a very good note with Dragon's Lake. So we could do that, and so we could bring everything in house, because they've done what we needed them to do. Because the biggest issue when you're starting a company like this is talent, and it's building a team, and it's finding that flow and getting everyone to work in tandem. So by working with Dragon's Lake, what that allowed us to do was get a turnkey solution to that.
The whole team just all in one with us
immediately,
and able to jump right in rather than having to develop all of our onboarding processes, etc. They gave us a built to order team that our team was able to sit in with, and I think both sides, we learned a lot from each other, because our project is not
We're like an alien project to them. Like, we don't exist.
They're used to taking on projects from 100 developer plus teams and just working on little bits that their team designates. So to join as like an equal partner as part of a team was really, I think it was an interesting challenge for them, but they rose to it. They
No,
absolutely rose to it.
I can't, like, the team that we worked with were amazing. And considering at the time when we started working with them, all of them pretty much were based in Ukraine,
Yeah.
or on the border of Ukraine with Russia. And given everything that's been going on there, they managed to just keep working. A lot of them moved into Poland and Italy and Romania, all the surrounding countries, when everything kicked off there. And it's been constant, and they did a really good job. So I can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
And we're really happy with what we've managed to achieve. And this has all been directed and put together by Mag and Jason have been overseeing this. So we all talk and we all share our ideas and we all share our concepts of what we want this to be like. And then they put it down into the game development docs. And then that has gone to Dragon's Lake, and they oversee it and they manage the project, and they've done an incredible job so far. So I'm really, really happy with how we've got to where we've got. And yeah, so it's been fun. And I've been, like, as I've said, I've been dying to get some of this footage out to you guys for a long time. And I've been fighting for it with the game team because they're such perfectionists. And the thing is, when we started this, we said that we wanted to take you guys on the journey step by step. And we've, like, I found it's been an uphill struggle to be able to do that, but now everyone's on the same page. And we're just going to be sharing a lot more content. So it's great fun. It's really good fun. But we've got some of the questions. I feel like that's answered one of the questions.
Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you need?
I've got them. I've got them here. Okay. How long will seasons last? No idea.
Yeah, that's well. Wait. When we have a fully working game, then we can talk about, I think, what our monetization style is going to be. But we don't really need one. Like, free-to-play games normally work on a monetization style of we need to have people constantly injecting, whereas we need people just constantly
playing.
Yeah,
that's it.
We don't necessarily depend on seasons, so we may have content seasons like that, and I think that's something that certainly our story writing team, they've come up with all these really cool ideas about.
We've already got like
8 or 9.
Yeah.
But how long they're going to last, I think we're just going to need to see. Nothing is set in stone right now in terms of the pace of release yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are all things which, at this stage in the game, I'm not worried about how it will pan out. Like, these are just things that we'll deal with when we get there. Do you have any plan to adjust matchmaking system? How will it be determined? Will we have ranked games? So, with the matchmaking system that we've designed so far but not implemented, obviously, what we're doing is basing a matchmaking off a player's ability, so like their skill based on their accuracy, how often they hit, what their kill to death ratio is, and balancing that against the equipment in which they carry. So it's how good is the weaponry, how good is the armor, like what's the player's modex look like how powerful is the system that they have created, because we need to create that balance between the two. So the plan just now is not to literally give people levels, it's to allow them to develop their character over time, and then that will balance out in the matchmaking system in the back end. So on to the next one, we've got
How's diversifying the 3?
Yeah, so how is diversifying into 3 projects affecting the main gaming objective? There's PQ, onboard, and Odin. So PQ is the main one. It always will be the main one, and it's always the focus. It's what drives everything that we do. Like, this is our baby, and my attention's not split. My attention is predominantly on PQ. I don't have to worry about what we're doing with Odin. Leave that down to the guys. When it comes to onboard, now I have time to start making much more of a push with onboard. And we need to do that because we've created an amazing system. Yeah, it had bugs at the start. Every system's got bugs at the start. But we've now got something that works, and it works well. So now we need to start pushing that out to other projects. We need to get the token launched for it, which will manage the whole system. And we just need to run with it. But I'm very excited because I now actually have a bit more time to spend doing that, which is going to be good. Yeah, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. Can you share your thoughts about the future of these projects? I kind of just did.
Yeah. Easy. That's a twofer.
Did we already hire a front-end dev to finish the merch store? You can leave that down to Kieran. No, but yeah, we need to finish the merch store, but predominantly less so the merch store. We've actually got some big updates we need to make to the website. Because we're going through this hiring phase just now and getting just more and more people on to be working on the project, we need to have our own jobs page on the website where people can come in, they can see what's available, and they can apply directly. Just now we're on Indeed and Game Jobs Direct and all these websites. But we need to have our own. But there's some updates which need to happen to the website, and we'll hopefully have that done very soon. Have you got any that you want to go over?
I mean, we've got development roadmap, and I think that with the updated website, we'll see more.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that we'll be putting out this week is literally our full new white paper, which is essentially our deck, which is what US Capital are giving to investors, but it's also it serves its purpose as a white paper as well.
Yeah.
And there's more of a roadmap on there, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Adam, who's our producer, has done an exceptionally good job on creating that, and taking it from being what was when we launched, compared to pretty much every other white paper out there, ours was banging.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's gone above and beyond. He's really taken everything that we've hoped and dreamed about, and really just solidified it into an easy to digest, just whole document that has really anything anybody would need. One, to invest in PQ, and the other to just get an at a glance view of the project, because it's
well, I think
really,
the
really
thing
good.
is that Adam comes to work with us strictly from a gaming perspective.
Right.
That's his job. His job is producer. He kind of fills the role as COO as well. He's just incredibly talented, and having him on board is an absolute treat. And what he's done with the deck is to take it from being a white paper, which was more crypto related, and has actually turned it into a full-blown investment deck, which is what you would see as standard in the gaming industry. So yeah, that's been brilliant, and I'm looking forward to getting that out. So we should be able to get that out in the next couple of days to you guys.
Yeah, I see we've got when can we see what we can get with the NFTs, and I see that question a lot, and we're currently waiting for definite confirmation from the game team of exactly what will be available. But as soon as those are available, we're going to start releasing those content updates on our Twitter and letting you know what will be purchasable. And like we said before when we released them, everything that you can buy with the holding ticket NFTs is going to be exclusive to that system. It will never be released again, and the only way to get those is going to be through these Diamond Hand NFTs that you guys are receiving. I know some people are going to ask about it, so why haven't the NFTs gone out for last month? So we caught a couple of little details that were preventing people from, in very weird edge cases, from receiving the correct NFT, and so there's been just a little bit of optimization in the systems in order to make sure that going forward those are correctly distributed on time. So not to worry, as soon as those back-end fixes are in place, the system will be back and generating those quantum ticket entitlements, and you'll be able to claim them on our on the website.
Yeah, and we'll as part of the redevelopment of the website, we'll be adding in all the direct links and embedding these things into the site to make it much more streamlined as well. I want to try and Electro hate me for saying this, but I want to try and improve the front end on the marketplace as well, if we can. Which is we'll get there.
We'll get there.
What we need is someone to design and map that all out, and then we can take it from Adobe and dump it into that, and then just get it all working. But that's the main thing is that we will have a marketplace which functions and does what it needs to do for just now. And then once we get to what we have just now versus what will be at game release will be two very, very different things.
Right. I mean, obviously it's going to have to be much more streamlined, much more easy to understand for somebody not necessarily in crypto. And I think that the incrementing each update. I mean, keep in mind it's still in very early beta. It's out of alpha. That was our first step, but when you guys saw it, it was in beta build 13. We're now on beta build 21 of the marketplace. Each one's introduced more functionality, more clarification on the just on how it functions, what happens when you click each button, and obviously that has to be seamless. You have to be able to at a glance look at the marketplace and say, okay, buy now, list for bidding, etc. And we're working to make that process as clear as we can. We're taking a lot of user feedback on that to make absolutely sure that what you see is what you get on the marketplace, and there's no uncertainty or unclarity.
Lack of clarity.
Unclarity is what I'm gonna stick with that. Right? Will there be NFT land or map ownership in PQ? Is one of the questions.
See, this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. Is that if there is a possibility to do it, I'd love to be able to do like a land or area ownership. But one of the systems and mechanics which will be in the game is giving a player their own space to grow and progress and develop. And I want to have that, but on steroids for clans. So clans are able to actually have their own space, like where they can display all their armor, their weaponry, and invite external people in by using like an in-game transit system that kind of makes it feel like it's open world, but it's instanced. So like if you could imagine going to what looks like a rickety internal tube system on Jericho, and if you were visiting someone else's place, you just put in like their code, and that gives you access to go and visit and see these things.
Yeah, like just coming over to visit and being able to pop in, and possibly even having something where if you know their address, you can go in and visit it.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen some games do that really, really well. Black Desert Online has a great housing system. Not a lot of great other systems. It's a very good game, very beautiful, but Korean. So
there's a cool one there where it says love what you've talked about already, but will there be an auction house like in the World of Warcraft? Yeah, well, essentially that's how the whole system runs. That is the system. That is the system. It's because what we want is players going in, playing against each other, winning items off each other, finding things to craft with, making items, you know, and then and that's what the whole marketplace is derived from. It's derived from players playing, finding, crafting, and selling, and that's how it all works. We don't want to be selling players a lot of items. Yeah, there are going to be some things that we're going to sell. We might sell some skins. We might sell an ability to upgrade your storage area so you have a bigger storage area. But the core mechanic side of things, the bits that affect gameplay, that's player to player. Yeah. That will always be player to player, because otherwise it becomes a pay to win scenario, and that's things that we can't have. So what else have we got?
During extraction, can the player retrieve more assets than they came in with? Well, I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, well, so essentially a nice way to look at it is anyone who's played Tarkov, you'll know that when you do a loadout in Tarkov, you put on your armor, you select your guns, you pick your ammo, and you've either got an armored chest plate and then a rig on top, or you've got one which kind of combines both. But in these things, it's slots, and you've got a rucksack, which you will normally always take in empty. And, you know, that is essentially a very similar system to how we're going to be operating for our loot, because players will have a predetermined amount of spaces or weight or slots that they can fit items into that they find when they're playing, and then they have to get back out. If players were able to go in with that full and then leave with it more full, that doesn't make any sense. No. They need to be able to judge how much space that they have versus the items that they want to take in to better themselves while they're playing, versus what they'll be able to take back out.
How much ammo they want to bring in, how
exactly.
How many grenades, how much...
You know, like if I'm playing Tarkov and I've got a rucksack on, I could, if I wanted to, I could put a full extra armored rig in the back.
Yeah.
But then that takes up all of my space.
That takes up all your space. You could bring an extra armor, an extra helmet, but then you've got no room to pick up other things. So I think it's going to be a risk versus reward. Do you want to bring more items that will help your playstyle, help your survivability, or do you want to catch that sweet loot?
Yeah.
There's one here. Are NFT assets that are left behind on the map at the end of the game burnt to avoid inflation? Well, obviously any any NFT assets that are created at the start of a match, like in crates, etc., will never actually be minted until somebody has taken them out of a game successfully. So I don't really want to go too far into exactly how our back-end systems are designed, just for fear of giving too much info from our hand. But we've got a very a really detailed dynamic system for generation and burning of the NFTs that once it's fully created and we're able to show you more, there will be. But yeah, for right now, there will be burning of items. I think if you die and you brought items in, you'll get them back if nobody stole them off of you at the end of a match.
Yeah, there'll be a way of ensuring at least one item on your person that you can guarantee that you're not going to lose.
Yeah.
So if you're going in with some really delicious gun that you've made, you can pay to ensure that one item, because we don't want to allow people to insure all the items, because that kind of eliminates part of the process.
It gets exponentially more expensive.
Yeah, like the first one's 100 whatever to insure, and then the second one is maybe 400, and then like 1,000,
and
so
then
it's
10,000, and then 20, and it just gets exponentially more expensive.
Yeah, I think that's probably a nice way to do it. I'd actually thought about that about a week ago.
Well, we'll have to run that by the design team.
Yeah, Mag's probably sitting there going,
these absolute
assholes.
Yeah. The question came up: will you put the NFT marketplace in the game?
Yeah, well, that's kind of
yes.
the whole centralized point in Jericho, in the middle, is designed for that purpose. I actually had Daniel's going to shoot me. He literally sent me a fly round because I asked him to do it of Jericho.
Did he just now send it?
No. He sent me it earlier, and then I completely forgot because I just cut all together all the game.
Can we throw it in?
I have no idea. I don't want to mess it up because I could easily ruin the stream.
That's fair.
We'll get out soon.
We'll put it out on YouTube.
Yeah. We'll get something out about it. But basically, in the center of Jericho, in like the main area in the player space, there is what looks like it's exactly the same as the 3D concept art that we made in Blender, where there's like a central spire that looks like charts, like literally like crypto charts. But that's the main trading area where you could go and you could access the terminal and you can see what's available for sale. So yeah, the marketplace is right in the game.
That is an integral part. That was one of the very first places that was designed, was the marketplace, because the marketplace plays such a pivotal role to both the city of Jericho and to Project Quantum, the game as a whole.
Yeah, could you imagine the pain in the ass if you wanted to buy something and you had to take out your phone and jump on the marketplace? Maybe people want to do that. Maybe people want to have a companion app where they can, when they're not online, and they can see what items that they have sold. Yeah, that's doing that is great. But when you're in game, you just want to jump to the marketplace and go, I want to sell this, this, and this. Oh, look, there's the item I'm looking for. Buy. Done.
Right.
You don't want to have to be going in and dealing with it offline. That kind of, it detracts from the experience and it pulls the player away from it, and that's not what we want to be doing.
Right.
Let's just see what else we've got. Last time I mentioned that we'll be working with some of the YouTubers. Yeah, we have. There was supposed to be a video out by Tyler Hill, but I actually need to catch up with him and see what's happening with it. And now we've got loads more stuff that we can share with him, which he's going to love.
Yeah.
So yeah, expect something from him very soon. And then some of the other ones that we've previously worked with, we're speaking to a lot of people just now because we now have a lot more stuff to share. So yeah, expect more in the next coming weeks and months, because this is now we're just putting more and more stuff out and more content that we've got more that these guys can work off. Offline marketplace access would be nice. That's literally what I was meaning, because I think having a companion app would be good.
I know several MMOs, and I know we're not an MMO, but we've got a lot of the same functionality as an MMO, and I think that having access to your account, especially since there is blockchain verifiable access.
Exactly. There's a fine line between, I think, an MMO and what we're trying to achieve, and what modern first person shooters are doing as well.
Right.
Or like an MMORPG, I would say, because you are playing a role, you're designing your role. So it's cool, but it's I think having, like you said, an offline marketplace is ideal, because it's what the game needs. Let's see, what else have we got here. I'm just going to check YouTube, then I might be able to go and eat. Just checked in here. This project is fire. Yeah, it is.
We're pretty hype about it, but we're making it, so I guess that makes sense.
Absolutely, and like we're so excited about what we're doing. Like we're really excited about what we're working on. Everything that's going on with like US Capital, with the raise, like everything that we do, generally speaking, on a day-to-day basis is exciting and it's fun, and it's great being able to build something that you've always wanted to build and being able to do it with your friends. And we're very fortunate because, as opposed to traditional games companies, we have an amazing community behind us to support us, like all the way through from this stage until the game comes out. Games, especially from new studios, don't get anything from
until
the
their
community.
very first release, and
Exactly.
then maybe they get a community following. Whereas we've got a really great community. We've gotten so many great ideas from you. I know that being able to chat with the developers is something that you don't get anywhere else, and
Especially at this stage.
especially in early pre-alpha proof of concept stage. Like, we're really fortunate to have you guys so excited with us, and we're really fortunate and thankful for your continued support.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for tuning in with us tonight and catching the update. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to reading some of your comments, like on here or on Telegram. But be sure to check us out if this is the first time you've come across us. Check out quantumworks.co.uk. We'll get all that stuff in the bottom. Find us on Telegram, find us on Twitter. But you know, it's such a great experience to do this, and like we can't thank you enough. And our admin team are amazing, to be perfectly honest, because we've been working very hard over the last few months, and we've had a lot on our plates, and these guys have just been churning on, and they continue to do a good job even when I'm not giving them all the information that they need, and it's been tricky in that regard, but these guys are amazing. So whenever they help you, like, say thanks, like give them a big hand, because we wouldn't have this community and we wouldn't have the project to the stage that it's at without their help. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you soon. Cheers.
Bye for now.